Hello viewers, welcome to Elim TV, a station where you watch, learn and also interact. Your tutor today is Mr. Wanyoike, a mathematics teacher. In today's lesson, we're in lesson number 38 from 4 work, and the topic is statistic 2. And the subtopic is calculation of standard deviation for ungrouped data using a given working mean. For the lesson objective, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define the term standard deviation, and number 2, you are supposed to calculate the standard deviation using a given data ungrouped data. On to the example 1 here. You are supposed to use this example here. You are supposed to use an assumed mean or working mean of 37.5 to calculate for the standard deviation of this data: 35, 27, 43, 75, 79, 43, that is the data which is provided for us, then 47, 65, 43 again, 74, 35 again, and 43 again, and 80 as our data. We are supposed to come up with a frequency distribution table, and it should be made up of 5 columns. The first columns, you put the data which is already presented for us there in the previous table. Then you come up with the frequency column, and the third column should be that one of a t, that is deviation, whereby you are supposed to calculate it as follows. You are supposed to take the value x, that is the data, you subtract the assumed mean, in this case is 37.5, then you fill in the t column, the resultant answer becomes a negative 10.5, and you repeat the same with the remaining data, and you fill the entire column. Then the other column, that is tf, you take the values for t, negative, in the first case should be negative 10.5, you multiply by the frequency, you get still negative 10.5. Then you repeat the same with the remaining data, then you fill the entire column. Then the last column, that is t squared f, you are supposed to take the value of t, which is in this case should be negative 10.5 for the first one, and you square it, then you multiply by the frequency, and the answer becomes 110.25, and then you repeat the same with the other data, and therefore you fill the entire column. And finally, you take the summation, you get the summation of f, you fill there at the bottom part, then you take the summation of tf, then you write it at the bottom part at this area, then also you take the summation of t squared f, then you fill it at the lower part as 7357.25. Then from there you apply the formula which is well illustrated for you here. First, you are supposed to calculate for the variance, and in the previous lessons I taught how to get the variance, and therefore you are supposed to use the method which is stated here to come up with the variance, whereby you use the summation of t squared f, you divide by the summation of f, then you subtract into bracket summation of tf, you divide by the summation of f, then into bracket you find the square root of that the values which you are going to get there. Then after that, the variance becomes 325.44. Then after getting this, obtaining that, you are expected to get the standard deviation. The standard deviation, it is calculated by getting the square root of the variance, and because the variance was 325.44, you get the square root of it, and it becomes 18.04, and therefore in this question the standard deviation should be 18.04. On to the activities of today. You are supposed to do this work using the procedure which I have already said, and using the method which I have already discussed in this lesson. You are supposed to use an assumed mean of 12 to calculate. For more info, for reference, you can refer from the KLB Secondary Mathematics Student Book 4, and for the edition, and the publisher is the Kenya Literature Bureau. For more information, you can reach us at Elim TV using the contacts which are all well displayed for you. And the last one is at Twitter at erimtv_ke. Thank you very much for joining me in this lesson. Till next lesson, bye bye.